Hello, welcome to the vlog. I haven't done this in forever. So my vlogs for September are going to be Bookopoly related. And I'm just gonna see how many I posted a TBR for it with 9 books, and I'm just gonna work my way through those. Hopefully I'll get to like as many of them, or not hopefully, but I'll get to as many of them as I can in September, but I'm not trying to stress myself out over like getting books read in a certain amount of time. Like all summer I was mood reading and it was just so nice, and I got so much more reading done because I was just picking up whatever I wanted instead of trying to stick to a TBR full of books I wasn't in the mood for. So, and even with the Bookopoly TBR, I tried to get like a wide range of books so I would kind of always be in the mood for something. And right now, I think I'm going to start with Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. This one is just what I gravitated towards this morning, so this is going to go to work with me. I'm also like, so I think I want to just kind of start fresh. I posted my TBR yesterday. It was September 1st, so I kind of just want to start fresh, but at the same time, like, I want to finish the things I had going in August. So I still have, I think, 3 things going that I want to finish, but I might not talk about them until I do like my summer wrap up or whatever. Because I am planning on doing that, sharing what I read over the summer while I wasn't making videos. But I think other than that, I probably won't mention them. So this vlog will probably be strictly stuff that I'm reading for Becca's Bookoplathon. And yeah, so this lighting's great. It's so dark in the mornings now. Like, I mean, it's 6 o'clock, but the sun's not even up. It's so dark. I'm gonna pick this up today, see how far I get. It's a big book. It's over 500 pages. Just like slightly over 500 pages, but it is over 500 pages. I read The Remnant Chronicles so fast, though, that I'm hoping this will kind of be the same. It'll just be really quick for me to get through. Yeah, but that's what's going on now. I'm gonna get my reading started today, and I will check in again later. Okay, so just a quick update. I am now, I think, 55% through The Hate You Give, and I love this book. It's making me angry. It's making me uncomfortable. I feel like it's just a very real look at what it's like to be part of the Black community in America at this time. And it's, like I said, it's making me uncomfortable. It's making me angry. And honestly, it's making me feel a little bit hopeless. And I don't even know if I have the right to feel that way. But that's how I feel. And I mean, I'm not going to lie and, say that I don't or whatever. But yeah, I just really love it. And I posted actually on my Facebook how I think it should be required reading in schools. My niece is actually a teacher, and she said that her town actually does have a set for the high school, so they do read it. Everyone should read it, whether you're a teenager, whether you're an adult. And it's one of those things, unfortunately, I feel like the people that should, like, need to read it the most probably never will, but I don't know. It's hard to say I'm enjoying it because I feel like that's the wrong sentiment, but for lack of a better word, I'm really enjoying reading that book. It's not a pleasant experience, but at the same time, I feel like I'm getting a lot out of it. I'm about 72, that's a very exact number to be about 72 pages through, but I'm 72 pages into this, and I am loving it. This is the last book that I need to read for my 5-star predictions from last year, but I'm so good at keeping up with videos. This is the last book I need to read before I can do a follow-up for my 5-star predictions video, and I mean, 72 pages into a 500-page book is not very much, but so far it's everything that I wanted it to be. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna keep reading. That's my progress for now. Yeah, I'll check in after I've read some more stuff. Does anyone want to come clean this up for me? Because I don't want to. I just filmed an unhaul. It's the first time I've ever done an unhaul, and like I don't know that I've ever really gotten rid of books, like a lot of books at once, so it's kind of weird for me to be like looking at these books on my floor like, oh, these aren't going to be part of my collection anymore, even though I really don't care about any of them. It's like a lot of them I've just been holding on to for so long, but once they're gone, I won't even think about them anymore. Like, I'll probably never think about any of these books ever again. But it's just so weird to, like, actually get rid of books for once. Like, I've always had this, like, idea in my head that someday I would have a big, huge library. Like, let's just call it Belle's Library. Like, a room in my house dedicated to just books. Like, a big room with tons of shelves and all my books. But, like, you want those to be books you actually like. You don't want them to just be, like, random books just to take up space. So I finally, like, kind of got that through my head, and now I have 51 books sitting on the floor that I'm going to get rid of, and I don't want to clean them up. But honestly, I think I was filming just to put off reading, and I don't know why. Like, it's my day off. I was like, oh, I'm going to do tons of reading, and now it's already almost 1 o'clock, and I haven't picked up a book at all. I watched a bunch of BookTube this morning. I filmed this video, which unedited is like over a half an hour long, I think. And like, I should really just sit down and read. I think I'm gonna have lunch, and then I think after lunch I'm gonna read. It's one of those things, you know, that like, you know when you want to read, but then you don't want to actually like sit down and read. Does that make sense to anyone, or is that just me? Like, am I just nuts? Like, oh yeah, I really want to read, but I don't actually feel like reading. I don't know. Maybe that's when you're supposed to listen to an audiobook or something. Like, my eyes don't want to read, but I want to ingest a story. I don't know. But whatever I'm going to do, I should do it because, like I said, it's already almost 1 o'clock, so I got to clean up this mess. Okay, so after much procrastinating and doing legitimately everything in the world besides reading, it is now after 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm finally picking up a book for the first time today. I'm going to read on my Kindle, and of course, it's not one of the books for the Bookoplathon. I'm still trying to finish a couple of books that I had started before September, and it's one of those. I'm 81% through it, so I'm hoping to finish it tonight. Like, the time estimate, which is always wrong, but the time estimate says that it should take less than 2 hours, so hopefully I can knock this out tonight. I don't know. I don't think we have any crazy plans for anything. It's primary day in Rhode Island today, so when my husband gets home, we'll probably go vote. But other than that, I think we'll just eat dinner and chill out for the rest of the night. So maybe instead of watching TV, I will read. I really want to finish this book. Like, because I want to finish everything I was reading before I do, like, a wrap-up for the whole summer. But then I'm also trying to read the stuff for Bookoplathon, so I don't know. I need to make more time for reading and less time for doing everything else. Spend less time doing everything else. But yeah, I'm going to read for a little while, probably until my husband gets home, and see how far I can get. So I figured I would do a quick update. I'm a little over 100 pages into this. I'm still loving it, and yeah, that's all I can really say about this. Other than that, I finished The Hate You Give, and I started Booked for Trouble, which is like the cozy mystery that I had on my Bookoplathon TBR. And okay, so The Hate You Give, I just want to talk about for a minute. Obviously I'll talk more about it in my wrap up, but that book is so good. Like, and I know I said it before too, I think everyone should read it. I'm so glad that my niece told me that they have it at their school. I know it's not my place to comment on the Black experience in America, and I'm not going to, obviously, but I feel like reading that book, I have a little bit of a better idea of what it's like to be Black in America, especially right now. And I think that's just a really important thing for everyone to experience. Like, everyone needs to read that book so they can just get a little bit of a clearer idea of how hard it actually is to live in this country right now as a Black person. And I just, like I said before, it just made me feel so hopeless, and like I wanted to cry while I was listening to I listened to the audiobook, and there were so many points where I was driving and I almost just burst out into tears because I just felt so helpless living with Star. Because, like, at the beginning of the book, she's with her friend when he gets shot and killed by police. And the whole book is just her trying to deal with it and figure out how to live as a witness to that, and just being so angry and frustrated and just feeling like there's nothing you can do. And it's tough. It was a tough read, but I'm so glad that I finally got to it. And like, honestly, like I said, in my TBR, I don't really know why I put it off for so long. I kind of wanted to have my own experience with it, and I really think that I did. Being kind of distant from when everyone else read it a few years ago when it came out, I didn't feel like I was caught up in a hype about it, or like just, you know, reading it for the sake of reading it. Like, I read it because I really wanted to, and I just felt like it was time, and I think it was perfect timing for it because it's just as relevant now as it was when it was written. And yeah, that's the experience that I had with it. I said this was going to be quick. It ended up being a few minutes of me talking about it. I'm so happy that I finally got to it, and it's a tough read, but if you haven't read it, I highly recommend you do so. So yeah, that's my update now. Like I said, I started Booked for Trouble on my way home today. I have the audiobook of that. And I think I'm actually reading that for the prompt of ebook or audiobook. It was just such a weird reading experience because it's like I kept having to remind myself, sorry, I'm going back to The Hate You Give. I kept having to kind of remind myself that it was fiction, but like, is it really fiction? Because it's exactly what's happening, and like, I'm sure it's exactly how people feel when this happens to someone they love. So is it really fiction? Like, it's fiction, but is it not really? I don't know. But yeah, so now I'm doing Booked for Trouble, and it seems like it's just going to be a light-hearted, fluffy time, cozy mystery time. So it was a very weird change of pace. So like The Hate You Give, and now I'm doing Booked for Trouble. But I mean, that's the beauty of reading. You can just go through so many emotions and live in so many different worlds all at once. So yeah, that's my update for now. It turned out to be kind of a long one. But yeah, that's all I've got, and I will check in after I read something else. I really want to make some more progress in this, but like, I've mostly just been doing audiobooks on my commute because I've just been so tired lately. So like, I'm trying to pick this up, but I keep falling asleep, and it's not because it's bad. Like, this book is really, I'm enjoying it. I can't say it's really good. Like, nothing is really happening yet. I'm only 100 pages in. It's a 500-page book, but I don't know. I just keep falling asleep. And it's not the book's fault. It's my fault. But, so hopefully I'll make some more progress on this weekend. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'm just going to wrap this vlog up here. So this will be the first 2 weeks of Bookoplathon. I finished The Hate You Give, which was my book for the Own Voices prompt. And then I am almost done. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way done with Booked for Trouble, which was for my audiobook prompt. And I've read 150 pages of Dance of Thieves, which was my friend pick. My husband picked this out for me. So, I mean, I don't think that's terrible. This book I'm really enjoying, and like, I want to read more, but I just haven't had time to actually like sit down and read. Things have been a little hectic lately. I already kind of gave my thoughts on The Hate You Give, and so yeah. And then Booked for Trouble, it's just a cozy mystery. It's about a lighthouse, like a library in a lighthouse, and apparently the lighthouse is real. It's like a real lighthouse in North Carolina, but it's not. Like, she said in the beginning of the first book, like, it takes place in a real place, but that it's not, the lighthouse isn't actually big enough to have a whole library and an apartment and all this stuff in it. So, I mean, I think that's pretty cool, though. Like, I would like to go see this lighthouse now that I've read about it in a book, even though it's not the real lighthouse, if that makes sense. But yeah, they're just fun. They're basically the same as any other cozy mystery. There's a murder, there's a theft, there's this, that, there's a love triangle or whatever. They're all the same, but I still enjoy them. They're cozy because you know what to expect when you go into them. So yeah, that is my wrap up for the first couple of weeks of Bookoplathon. Clearly I still have a lot of reading to do if I want to read all the books on my list, but I'll take it. I don't know if I'll do another 2-week vlog or if I'll do weekly vlogs from now on. I'm kind of trying to figure out like my filming schedule and when I have time to edit and like how exactly I'm going to do videos now. I'm so out of the routine, but yeah. All right. Whenever it is, I will see you next time. Bye.